are gonna learn so much. You guys are in for a treat. So let's go. Let's get ready to learn and let's get ready to blow. All right. So without further ado, let's talk. Hey, Collin, where you at?
Hi, Resh. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Collin, how are you, man?
Great. Thanks for having me today.
Collin, so for those people who don't know you, I think there's some people who don't know you. Could you
Yes.
give a brief description of who you are, your background a bit before we get into the markets?
Okay. So, my name is Collin Seow. Yeah, I run a team of traders, a team of prop traders. At the same time, I also do education. I've been running the systematic trader course for the last more than 12 years. Prior to that, I was also a remiser for a company. I was one of the top tier remiser, and for 12 years or so. Yeah. So over the last few years, I focus more on. Last few years, I left the remiser industry after about 12 years. I focus more right now on my own investment. At the same time, also continue to add value to my community. Yeah. So this is basically what I do. I started from a private trader, trading my own account to become a remiser, and then later part to go into training. And basically right now, I just guide people and manage my own investment right now. Yeah.
Collin, I have one
Yes.
question for you, bro.
Yes.
You know, I want to talk about the remiser industry. Is it still alive?
Is it still alive? Actually, it's a very challenging industry right now. I think those business, right? They are like middleman business is going to have a challenging time right now. You know, we call it friction, right? When you have buyers and seller, those people in the middle are the friction. I think this friction is getting less and less. That means you can go into the market with very low cost right now. There are overseas brokers that are coming in. Remiser used to have commission at 1%. That means the commission is very high, you know. And right now it's dropped to like 0 point something percent. Some even just a fixed amount of commission, you know. So the whole industry has changed from, and then frankly, right now, no one actually call in and place trade. You know, most people are very comfortable with doing online trading and things like that. So really the place of a remiser is much lesser right now compared to then.
It's crazy, you know. I was just talking to one of my friends, hedge fund manager, right? And then he was telling me about how like technology has completely disrupted the entire industry, right? He talked about literally, you know, now commissions are free.
Yes.
You know, you can click of a button. Everything is so simple. You know, last time remisers used to be able to, you know, command such big things, but nowadays everything just filter down. Oh, it's crazy, man, technology,
Correct. You heard of the story of Peter Lim, the remiser king?
Tell me about him.
Peter Lim, many years ago, he was a remiser king. He had assistants, of course, and he was making so much money. Rumor that he bought his assistant BMW. Yeah, that is the amount of commission he generate every year, you know. Yeah, and then after Peter Lim, he exited. He went into investing in Wilmar, making him a billionaire from Wilmar. He exited. I heard it's 10 million, but from 10 million it became a billion through Wilmar. And then after that, there was also what we call the Dream Team. Have you heard of the Dream Team before?
Tell me, man. Tell me.
Dream Team is this pair of remisers, cousins. They came into the industry, and then they were working with a lot of China IPO. You know, China IPO then, they were bringing a lot of China company to Singapore, list them, and they were listing the company like factories, you know, like manufacturing IPO like factories. And again, they exited billion or so. They went in invest in Coven Residence. You heard of Coven Residence? They became a developer.
Yep.
Yeah, they became a developer. So this was some of the success story that we heard for people from Remiser. So yeah, that's some of the things that they do.
Oh,
But crazy, yeah.
No, as in Peter Lim, you know, I've been studying Peter Lim for a long time, bro. I like Peter Lim a lot because obviously he likes football clubs. I buy a lot of football clubs. So
Yeah.
Studying Peter Lim for a long time. Hey, bro, you know when you were remiser, was it the same time as Peter Lim or was he like a generation before?
Uh, Mine is no, Peter is before me.
Hmm.
Peter is before me. Mine is maybe so when I was in the industry, the dream team was still around, you know. So it was intellect between me, the dream team, and us. Yeah. But then the commission has been dropping already. People are already doing less, you know. People are trading online, and people are not trading less Singapore stocks. They're going to US stocks. So when they go into US stocks, they have the US market and things like that. So and the commission is free. Like Robinhood is free, you know. So how can you beat free, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, to give the guys some context, how many years have you been trading, investing? How many years have you?
I started like when I was qualified to open up a brokerage account. I started trading. You know, so that was like 20, 27 years, 25 years ago.
Wow, that's a
I
long
bought my
time.
first stock 25 years ago. I still remember one of the first stock I bought was Informatics. It's still around, the stocks. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, serious? Automatic still around.
Yeah, Informatics is still around, and but during then it was a very hot stock. You know, it was the private educator. They were going to IT training, technology training, and things like that. So it was a very hot stock. During the peak, it was like $1.30. Right now, Singapore stock, I think it's like less than 10 cents. I think, but it's a few cents.
That's the Singapore market for you, huh?
Yeah.
Let me just try to see whether my sound there I can change something. Uh,
Yes.
guys, is my sound better now?
I think so. Yes.
Is it better? Yes. Okay,
Yes. Better. Better.
much better.
Okay.
Hey, so Colin, I know,
Yes.
obviously, guys, he's been through the markets for a very, very, very long time, nearly about 25 years now. That's a long. Colin, tell us, man, you know, right now, what's your view on politics? And the post-elections was pretty crazy. What's your views
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, so during September was a challenging time. Just before the election was very challenging because people were looking for direction. You know, I think it's not so much of who is elected. It's more like they just uncertain. The uncertainty is there. You know, either so long as there's certainty, someone is elected, the market will continue to move. So I think right now the market they have elected someone or they're still in that process, but it's getting more and more certain. You know? So the market is starting to stabilize right now. You know, the market is starting to stabilize right now. And yeah, we're still looking for direction, but since September, right, the market has stopped going uptrend. Okay, more mountain for currently is still on the sideways trend on the range, I would say. Yeah. If
So,
you want me to share my screen,
please,
then I
please
can.
share screen.
Yeah. I just share my screen and yeah. So last few days was good. Last few days the market rallied back, but when it test the resistance, okay, when it test the resistance, it failed. Okay, it failed. This was the resistance over here. So since somewhere in September the market corrected, okay, market corrected, and there was a test three days ago, but this test didn't capture above this resistance over here. So right now in the market right now is still on more like a sideways trend. Okay, more sideways trend. We have broken the resistance, which is good, but currently it's still on the sideways. So I use a system, something like this, to guide me. You know, whether it's uptrend, whether it's downtrend, uptrend, or sideways trend. I use a system to guide me. So right now, at this moment, it is more positive compared to, say, in September. It's more positive, but I don't think we are out of the woods yet. Okay, I think we need to clear this resistance over here to be surer, to get out of this box. I would say this box over here. We need to get out of this box. Then I think we will be fine.
So, Colin, so as of now, your position will be you just wait for it to break resistance, or what exactly?
We are still long. Okay, we are still buying. We are still long because on the longer time horizon, we are still bullish. Okay, we protect ourselves somewhere in September, but generally last 2 weeks we are still on the bullish mode. Okay, on the bullish mode still right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so means we are still holding stocks. We are still trading stocks like we still have stocks right now that we are holding. Yeah. So every week I will do a webinar where we will run through the same I will manage a portfolio of stocks, and my graduates will follow together with me to manage this portfolio of stocks. Yeah.
So, Colin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, for your portfolio, right? Like,
Yes.
obviously after Trump won, we actually saw that not Trump won. When Joe Biden won, we saw tech
Ah,
stocks a lot, and then we
yes.
saw the Dow Jones stocks moving already like crazy.
Yes.
Was there a buying opportunity for you for tech stocks?
Uh, Tech stocks last few days, actually for us, no. I feel there is shift actually.
Hmm.
There is a shift towards, especially after the last few days, there was a shift more towards value. So if you see some of the tech stocks, they fail to make new high right now. Okay, they fail to make new high. Whereas on some of the value stock, they were very, very hammered down previously because of the COVID. They are starting to bottom up, so that is I see there is a shift, and it is drastic because the value, right, started to move very impulsively. There's a lot of big move in the value, so that is a sign that, hey, maybe there is a change of there's a change of people moving from just pure tech, all the while we're in tech, all these growth stocks. But I think right now we have some very impulsive move into value. Yeah, so you should look at, besides just generally I do trade more tech stocks still, but we should also look at value right now. So you can see that some of the sectors, right, we are going into is more value, like Marriott, Wins. They were starting to turn up. They're starting to turn up, and the volume is big. This is a huge move from here. So this is more like a bottoming move. Okay, it's like a bottoming move. So after the move down, it's starting to turn up again. So you have a longer term trend, I started to turn up again. Whereas some of the tech stocks, right, like example, Facebook and things like that, some of them are not making new high. Okay, they are not making new high now. Okay, so they are more like stuck in the range right now. So I think if after 3 days ago, right, where they have the big move, right, there is some money that's flowing into all these so-called value stocks. So you can look at something that along that line. Yeah.
So, how will you put your portfolio? So, would you be
Sorry.
investing more in value stocks right now, or maintaining tech stocks?
So every week we do a webinar. So we may just show you. So we 10:30 Monday morning we record down the webinar, and these are the stocks that I don't mind just share with you, like what are the stocks we are currently holding right now. So we record down all the portfolio. So let's say, example, we have a new stock, they will put in the new stocks. So like 9th of November, we went in Zillow. Okay. Then prior to that, we have Garmin, Farfetch, Datadog, we exited. Okay. Then Marvell, ZM. Okay. So these are the portfolio of stocks we are holding. So every week we track the performance of the stocks. Yeah.
Wow,
Oh.
very, very nice.
Yeah, so like example, Zoom, right, is a stock that we have held for very long, since February, okay, this year. So this move from here all the way to here is 170%. And this move from here to here is about 40 over percent, So HZMP and other stocks, we held also very long. Since May, okay, since May we've been holding this stock. We exited 2nd of November, profit about 68% also. So these are some of the stocks like Pinto Pro we have been holding before. We exited, also profitable. So so we track the performance. So at the end of the day, we know what is how profitable is our system.
So,
Yeah.
Colin, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you choose a particular stock? What is your
Method, is it?
your method, right? There's entire universe of stocks. How do
Okay,
you filter down? How do you choose? Okay, today I'm going to trade Pinduoduo, for example. Today I'm going to choose Lyft. Yep.
understand. Okay, so I came from the place that previously, because as a reminder, we need to take exams to do learn how to do value stocks, fundamentals and things like that. Then I went on to become a certified chartist. So I learned how to read chart uh, to become a chartist. So what I found is FA fundamental works sometimes, but doesn't work other time. Technical also the same. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So what is the before that, what is the thing that goes before you go into fundamental or you go into technicals, right? It's really about looking at the whole market holistically first. You need to look at the whole market first, then you identify what are the outperformers, what are the stocks that outperform. So we have a ranking, right? We have a ranking system like NASDAQ right now. We can actually rank over the last 1 month. These are the stocks that are outperforming the market. Okay, we have all these stocks that are outperforming the market right now. So what we found is that when the stock outperform the market, it will continue to outperform. For example, plug, it will continue to outperform. And when the stock is, so these are stocks that are like outperforming the market. So when we do our TA, we do our FA, then our chance of succeeding become higher. Rather than we go and look for a stocks that is not an outperformer. That means even though the TA may be positive and things like that, you may not have a good signal. Okay, you may not have good signal, so not as good. So the first thing what we do is really to find out, to rank the stocks first. Okay, rank the stronger stocks to the weaker stocks. So from there, I can rank what are the strong stocks, and then where are the weak stocks. Like example, Beyond Meat, all these are the weaker stocks. Okay, then from there, then I do my timing. So the what first, the what is to identify the outperformers. Then the when is really to see where are the arrows to enter. So these arrows are actually entry points. Okay, of course, there's a way to money manage from there also, like doing trailing stop, protecting your profits, and also how to scale into the position also.
Collin, you're
Yes.
mainly long. You don't short stocks.
We do. So, but for me, short, I don't do naked short position. What I would do is always a form of hedging. Okay, because in my view, generally, over time, stock market go up. Over time, stock market go up. Why is it so? Because there's a printing of the money, the dividend, and things like that. So over time, generally, the market will go up because of inflation. So if you just go naked short as a direction, is you're fighting against the move of the whole market for the last 50 years. So what we do is for hedging, we may use weak stocks to protect ourselves. Okay, to weak stocks to protect ourselves, so that when we short them, we can actually what we can do is, if the market goes down, relative strength, right? What we mean by relative strength is we have the assumption that in a weak market, the weak stock will drop more, okay, and the strong stock will drop lesser. So example is like maybe recently Zoom. I say example now Zoom is like over already because we exited again. Okay, so but previously a strong stock, right, will remain strong. That means once it's strong, it can run up like crazy. You see, it can run up a lot. But similarly, if you go into a weak stock, let's say example, let's say Carnival example, right? So recently Carnival start to turn, okay, but it will still be a laggard. Do you follow what I'm saying? So rather than to immediately jump into cheap stocks, right? I want to look at what is the stocks at this moment is the most is the outperformers. Like you play soccer, right? You see which team is most informed right now. So you say that this team keep winning games right now, so I'll bet on this team to continue to win games. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Okay.
step one. So
Sorry?
step one, look for outperformers.
Yeah.
First on outperformers, and then you find for from that is step one, you identify the stocks. Then you see go into FA to decide which one to exit.
Correct. So I rank. Let's say example, this is like all the soccer team. Okay, so they are having matches against one another. So I identify what are the team that are the most winningest over the last 1 month. Which team make the most? Then from there we focus on these teams. I think there are some comment of the audio. Is it very? Is it okay?
Can you hear Collin clearly? Most important.
Okay.
I saw some.
Okay. Okay.
Let me just try to change something.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. Okay, so anyways, let's look at some certain stocks currently right now. So what are some like one of your current positions in your portfolio? Can you go through the
Yeah. So one of our stocks that we are holding right now is ZG. Okay, Zillow. Zillow is one of the stocks that we are holding. Okay, by the way, there is a system to get in. So it's not just arrow, then just rush in. Okay, there is the way to get in. So we only got in like yesterday. Okay, because once you have the arrow, you need to have what we call a trigger. So you need to trigger the buy position. So only yesterday, then we entered this Zillow position. Yeah, so this is one of the stocks that we are looking at right now. Okay, then another one is Garmin. Okay, Garmin is another one that we're looking at. This one is already in ready. Okay, so we went in somewhere in 2nd November. Okay, another one we are looking at is Farfetch. Okay, Farfetch last few days still very strong, but since the day we went in 2nd November, Farfetch was Farfetch was 26 October. So we're in 26 October. So this one also not too bad, up about 40%. So these are some of the stocks that we're looking at right now at this moment. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Bro, like just now, the first one when you saw Zillow, was it because you saw like a hammer, that's why you enter?
No, the Zillow, right? Yeah, this is all based on system. Okay, based on system. So when we have this on this day, right? If we were to go back in time to the 6th of October, right? And we were to do the scan on the 6th of October, then this stock, sorry, 6th November, right? Then this stock would have appeared to be a strong stock. So Zillow was actually here. So you arrow number 1. So I tell you, hey, this is a potential stock that you can enter. Yeah. So after you enter already, then there's a pending price. That means you tell you what is the price to take action. So it's all systematic. So you rank the stocks first, rank from the weakest to the strongest or strongest to the weakest. Then second one is to identify what are the stocks that you can look at to buy. Okay, so these are the stocks that Pinduoduo, Trade Desk, these are the stocks that we can look at to buy.
So, Collin, $1 million question. Now, after you enter Zillow, then what's your exit strategy?
Oh, so once we enter already, right? Let's look at the past. So once we enter already, then when the candle turn red color, then we will exit. So it's systematic. It's not 100% accurate. It's like a GPS. So it's not 100%. It's always once the red color come down, mean the stock will crash. Okay, but at this point, I become unsure. So what I do is whatever I bought here, I lock in my profit first. I lock in my profit first. So that is why I do systematic trading. Systematic trading. Like Pinduoduo is something that we are looking at also. So this is something that we are, some of the graduates entered because I only do it every Monday, but some of them prior to this already entered this stock. So like on my Facebook, right? This is the graduates group. So they are a very active group. So in this active group, right, then they will post up their stocks, like Pinduoduo up 18% in pre-market, anyone holding position, what. So there are people like 16 people posting and things like that. So so these are the position that we're holding some shorts. So it's an ongoing thing lah. Oh, this is talking about Zillow, just triggered yesterday. So 102 people went in, okay, or commented lah on these stocks. Yeah, so Garmin again up about 9%, things like that.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, so we it's a very active. I would say it's a quite active community. Yeah. So and from there we do it together, lor. We do it together. Yeah.
Oh, that's very, very good. Colin, then I want to ask you. So let's say, for example, Pinduoduo, like today was earnings day, ma. So
Yeah.
don't you have like, okay, just to ask, like, do you have a rule where you maybe exit before earnings, or or you just keep through earnings and stuff like that?
Okay, so in our system, we don't look at news because news is very hard to decipher. Even earnings very hard to decipher. But the key is like that. The key is we want to be profitable over time. So from here, let's say April, right? I believe there are some earnings that along that way, along the way. But we don't know. So we want to do all this where the arrow was placed. It has already been back tested already. Has been really back tested. So we don't really look at news. Of course, if you want to ride through the earnings, it's fine. Then you don't trade that stock. But if let's say the earnings come in every quarter, then you always hit some earnings. So in our method, we don't really look at earnings just like Zoom. Zoom, there are earnings along the way also, but we just held on to the position. Of course, it's not always like we cannot sell at the highest. So like this one, we went in here, we sold like a few days ago. But that's the key. We write maybe 60-70% of the big trend. That's good enough for us.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So like these are the stocks that. So it's not just me lah. It's just that the graduate themselves are also doing it lah. So that's the good part of it lah. So we have some people that every day, on a daily basis, they will post up their tricks So they'll say, "Oh, hi seniors, I entered this Pinduoduo first arrow," and things like that. So they will actually do it as a community. I think that's where the value, because sometimes people become lost, you see. So if people become lost, then that's the challenge. Yeah.
Interesting. But I want to ask you, so a lot of people are actually asking Baba, right? So what are your views on Baba currently, if you can show?
So again, it's back to system. So there are two. So got to do a time frame also. Okay. So in this method, position daily, right? This is about 3 to 9 months trade. Okay, 3 to 9 months trade. So 3 to 9 months trade, we have exited. We have exited Baba already. 3 to 9 months trade. Because candlestick came out red, we exit. Okay, so just following the system. However, if let's say you're longer term, let's say our weekly charts, then weekly chart is the blue and red color. So blue color right now, Baba is at the support, this dotted red line here. So right now we are at the support here right now. Yeah, but if it breaks below support, then be safe. Yeah. So but right now Baba is at support.
Oh, this is long term. But the news about Baba wise, the 11/11 sales and all that is crazy. Pinduoduo,
correct.
Sales is crazy.
Right. Yeah. One of the things about news, right, is sometimes very hard to decipher. Is it the sales is crazy, but how does it translate to the stock price and things like that? Yeah. So sometimes when that become very subjective, right, then it's hard to trade. But we translate all this news into back-tested data, then it's easier to make a decision whether to hold or don't hold and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah. Like what you mentioned, bro, it just makes a lot more sense when you have a system as opposed to when you are selling and trading based on news or feeling.
I think the good thing is you can test. That means when you follow a system, you know whether the system works or not. When the GPS, whether it turn left and right, is it accurate or not? Because if it's not accurate, then don't use the GPS. So that's the advantage of having a system. You can actually test to find out the results. I just did this, started from the COVID season. I started from COVID season in February. Before that, I was doing weekly webinar, Like over here, I was doing webinar, but I was not managing portfolio. I've done it since 1.5, you know, since 1.5 I'm doing webinar, but I don't manage portfolio. But during the COVID season, I said, die, all the graduates will be lost. So that's why I started to pick my very first stock, which is Zoom lah. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that was a really super part lah, bro. Like what now Zoom you hold all the way.
Okay, I think I think God is watching us lah. So I think it's just a blessing. Sometimes is there an element of that's out of our control? I believe definitely there is. You know, I think we are just instrument now, you know. So that's the key lah. Yeah. And I want to share with you, not every trade is profitable. We do have trade that lost money, just to be balanced about it. So like BYND or Beyond Meat, we went in somewhere in May, we exited somewhere in July. This trade was something that we lost. So not every trade is make money, just to be balanced. Okay, so this one is the daily charts. So May we went in, and then July we came out. So we don't make money from here, this one. So May was the date, 11th of May, we exited 20th of July. Yeah, so 20th of July around here. So we didn't make money for here. May and July, we didn't make money.
So this was Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very interesting.
So that's it lah. I feel that when someone has a system, it's easier to manage the emotions, because if not, then emotions become you get the better of you. And this one is all end of day. You don't need to actually stay up to place the trade. So in fact, today, right, the chart doesn't move at all. It's all end of the day. So end of the day, when there's a signal, next day, then you take action. So that is the thing.
So bro, your trading methodology wise, generally you are mostly like term you know, a few months or few weeks. It's not intra. You don't particularly trade intraday and stuff like that.
We don't have intraday, but we have something that is called a swing, a swing strategy, which we can scan. And this is a 5 days trade. So it's a 5 days trade where we can actually look at, like tonight, right? What are the stocks that we can trade for the next 5 days? So there's a way to rank it again. Then from here, like these are the stocks that potentially we can trade for the next 5 days. There is a method to trade it. A bit too long to explain, but generally we use CCI. We use CCI 5, okay? Combined with 2 MAs, 20 and 40 MAs. And then we look for the dips to buy. So this is how we do it. So right now, at this moment, this is dropped into a dip, like here. Yeah, then we look for it to swing for the next 5 days. So this is a swing trade now. This is a swing trade now. So these are all potential swing trade coming up. So every time the CCI 5 drop to the support, then we look for a swing. So I think you know swing, right? Yeah. So this is what we do. So this is a 5 days trade. That for the shortest for me is 5 days. Yeah.
So Collin, I want to ask you, you know, after your years and years of seeing accounts, managing your own account, seeing clients trade, what's the difference that makes the difference? What makes the people become millionaire traders, investors, and people lose everything?
I think at the end of the day, it's about money management. You know, every time when I mention to traders, people want to hit the jackpot. Okay, we want to hit the jackpot, but in reality, the key is not about trading. Is not about hitting jackpot. Trading is about two things. It's about probability. That means how often you are right versus you're wrong. Probability and payoff ratio. Okay, what is your payoff ratio? So that is the thing. So you manage the probability and the payoff ratio. That is how you do it. What we call expectancy. So a lot of times, how we make money, like we have traders that trading every day. Some of them place like 10 to 100 trades a day. But those people, they are full-timers. They are paid to sit there and trade. They grind their trades. So it is not no longer a game for them. It's like for them it's like work. They need to spend a certain amount of time to get results. Yeah.
So
So the challenge is people think that, oh, I do the one big hit and then I become millionaire. And I think that is the wrong concept of trading. Yeah.
so what exactly is prop trading?
Sorry.
What exactly is prop trading?
Oh, so prop trading I started about 2 years ago. No, sorry, I started officially this year. Officially, I started this year because we have the process of opening account. Prop trading, how it works is we hire traders. We hire traders, and basically they are paid a salary, and then they trade the company's money. Yeah, they trade the company's money. We started with 3 traders. Beginning of this year, we started with 3. And we now have about 6, 7 traders. So they are hired, and they place trade. And when they make money, we do profit sharing. So we tier all the way from 20%. That means they 20, we 80 because we pay them a salary. Then all the way to 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have one more very big question. So again, now, bro, I noticed this one thing.
Yeah.
Everybody talk about money management is the number one.
Yeah.
What is your principles in any one trade? How many percent do you risk? Tell
Oh,
us a bit about your money management strategy.
good question. So if let's say we are doing position trading, okay, so you notice that the arrows are always, the next arrow is generally higher than the previous arrow. Oh, so what we do is we will do what we call scaling in position. Okay, so we will scale into the position. Once we are correct, we will lock in our gates. So we do 50, 30, 20. So we scale in our position. And then we can also do trailing stop. Trailing stop is the dotted red line over here. So this dotted red line help us to guide us to protect our profit. So that is for position trading. Okay, position trading, hang on to position, then do trail stop to protect our profits. Then on the swing trade, I'm looking at about 2%. So every time you enter a trade, let's say you enter on the CCI low, then you do a swing, your risk, right, your stop loss, right, is about 2% on each pop. Each time you fire is about 2%. If you lose about 2%. Yeah.
So that's how you manage your portfolio management of
Yes.
50,
So
20.
that's called the trade management. We also have what we call the portfolio management. So trade management, every trade is about 2%. Portfolio management is for swing trade is no longer than 3 trades each time. That means if all your 3 trades are wrong, you lose 6% that day. Yeah.
Wow, that's very powerful, bro. Then
Yeah.
I know for you, how do you manage it, bro? Do you, as in do you just buy stocks outright, or is it leverage, or like what's the?
I use CFD. I trade the index also.
Hmm,
So these things work very well for index. So
hmm.
for S&P index, all these things, it works very good. So you can write big trends basically. Oh, so like this one is COVID season, right? You
Yep,
get
yep.
out, then you get in again, you write big trends. Yeah.
Oh, so mainly what you use, if you got 2% in order, you use CFDs to trade this.
For position trading, I'm using scaling in position. I'll add in position. For
Hmm.
swing trade, I will use 2% visa.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Your trader GPS, is it just to find the signals, or can you trade using this as well?
This one you can't trade. You find the stocks from here, and then
Okay.
you trade using traders GPS. You trade
Oh,
using your trading platform like your Think or Swim or whatever platform you're using.
what do you use personally?
I use Think or Swim.
Oh, so you use Think or Swim, even though now damn bad lah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the challenge is platform also. So I use Think or Swim. I use CMC also. CMC because we work quite closely also. So that is more like the CFD account.
Oh, guys, I don't know how many of you all are quite mind blown by what is possible. If you're mind blown, type in mind blown, guys, in the comment section. I don't know. I'm listening to Collin, and I'm like, wow, Seow. Some of you all are quite mind blown. Type in mind blown. I am quite mind blown by what is possible. through Colin, right? Absolutely amazing, right? Colin, walao, I don't know why you take so long to call me back. Walao, I should ask you to come every week. We talk together. This is so good. I can tonight I know how to trade also. Walao, really, guys. I hope you guys took down notes. I hope you guys took down all the stuff to trade. For example, I think it's absolutely amazing, Colin. This is really, really genius, man. How long have you owned your Trader GPS, and how long have you been actually promoting, as in trading using your Trader GPS?
Okay, so there is a story how this come about. Okay, now that you see that it's very nice, you know, previously was not like that. So there is a there. What happened to me is quite interesting. I told you I was a remiser, right? I was basically trading my own account and things like that. So 6 months as a remiser, I have a client that trade and lost money. He lost like $250,000. And the worst thing is he decided not to pay for the losses. So from there, right, if you decided not to pay for the losses, then what happened is I had to pay for his losses. So it was during that time when I was stuck at that point, nearing thinking of how to get out of this thing, nearing bankrupt, right? How to get out of it, that I was at the beach actually. I was thinking, how do I get out of this whole mess, right? To pay for my client's loss. It's actually the client's loss. So that's when I do a lot of back testing and I developed this system. Yeah. During that, many years ago, I was using MetaStock, to do programming, back testing, and things like that. So that was many, many years ago. So from there, one thing led to another. I took about 1.5 years to make back the losses. And then after I made that losses, then I decided, hey, education is something that I want to continue to do on and on and on.
So that's how you created Trader GPS.
Yes. So that's how I created the GPS. So GPS is like a tool. Okay, this is just an enabler. This is what I am looking for. This means the community is what I hope can last beyond me. That means I hope right now there is more than just me. There are a lot of people commenting and things like that. I hope even if I leave this world, this community will continue. Yeah, so that's building a community, 53 comments and stuff like that. So people set in triggered, 53 will run in and things like that. Yeah, so that's the power. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know how many of you all would love to learn from Colin a lot further, right? If you would love to type in me, if you would love to learn from
we
Colin.
got a lot of graduates, I think, from your side also.
Yeah, of course, bro. As in, I referred a few hundred people.
Doris, I know Doris also.
Doris, I know. Yeah. So, anyways, I just want to just share if you all, if you all want to learn from Colin a bit further with regards to how to use Trader GPS and all that. Colin, you do have a session next Wednesday, right?
Yeah, next Wednesday. Yes. You can sign up the link. I think your team has the link. Sign up the link over there, and then next Wednesday, I will talk about 3 very important things. Okay, these 3 things I think most people will be mind blown. They want really mind blown. Is why you see you heard of this saying, right? 9 out of 10 people lose money in the stock market. Maybe you heard of this before. 9 out of 10 people lose money in the stock market. Yeah, why is it so that the stock market over time, right, over the last 50 years, go up about 6 to 9% a year? Why is it that 9 out of 10 people lose money in the stock market? And then I found these are the reason why people do it. It's all psychological. Okay, it is things that you can actually use a system to help you to get out of this. The what to buy. Most people buy the wrong kind of stocks. Okay, people like to buy the wrong kind of stocks. Second one is when to get in. People keep focusing on methods. That means TA and things like that. I'm on from TA side. That means I know all these TA things. But TA sometimes become very subjective. So how to turn the subjective into objective is very important. If not, then you start to draw trend line and things like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So it's there better than just pure TA. Then the last one is how to manage risk, which is actually the most important. How do you be profitable, not just the next 1 year, but be profitable for the next 10 years? So that is the thing that money management will help you to continue to do it day in, day out, day in, day out.
Oh, that's very, very,
Yeah,
very seriously.
yeah, yeah. So the what to buy, when to buy, and how much to buy.
So guys, anyways, if you want to go and learn from Collin, next Wednesday he has a session. The link is down in the comment section. You all can actually go and see. I think my team is just posting the link right now. Have a look, guys. Right. So again, where's the link? Haziq. Yep. So the link is there. So if you all can actually click on the link, right? I think that's the link, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So maybe I just want to add one more thing is the GPS is a tool, you know, like a drill is a tool. Okay. It can be a good tool. It can be a bad tool. If you don't use it, it can be a bad tool. The most important thing is after using the tool, how do you manage your emotions? How do you continuously be profitable? That is the community. That is the community. That means how to, so the tool, right, is like, oh, we have a signal here today, but how do we manage this community? This is the one. This is the one that is the add value part. This is the add value part. We really go in and um, add value every week when we do webinars and things like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
incredible, bro. Colin, thanks for doing so much for the guys, man. Seriously, guys, I
So
I
it's
you know, Colin is somebody who I've known for quite a while, and I tell you, this guy is legit. You can see there's a lot of my even in Team Resh community who's part of SMT as well. Please go and learn from Colin. Colin is incredibly great. And guess what? You can use the same thing to actually apply in options also. You
oh
find
yes,
signals, you know how to attend. Why not?
yeah. So Resh, what is your training time frame usually? Like what is your time frame?
My time frame typically is longer term, bro. It's
Okay,
typically at least 1 year or so,
one
right?
year.
So
Okay,
yeah.
1 year. Okay, so 1 year, then you can use maybe something that is position trading. It means position
Mm.
trading. Like that's how we mentioned Alibaba. Maybe it's something that is position trading. So then you write big trends. Yeah. Oh, then you write all these big trends. These are big trends. This is like 100% returns. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So you can actually see for big trends, smaller trends, and all that as well.
Big trends basically easier. Okay, so 1 year you ask me is easiest. Color change. It means red to blue, buy, blue to red, sell. That's all. And in fact, some of you can ask questions. Then I can post up and show you all the system. Like long term, what should you do? And things like that. Yeah. Or even short term, if you're interested, then I can also show you. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So much to actually learn from this.
Mm, 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 mm.
Colin, I have one more question to actually ask.
Yeah.
So, right now, with the entire situation, with regards to like right now, there's obviously your Biden, whatever,
Yes.
can the system can be completely wrong also, right? So, let's say, for example, this entire thing just blows up, the
Yeah.
entire, whole thing can crash, anything can happen as well.
Yeah. 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 So does it affect the system? Is that the question?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the
Actually, no. So let's say do you remember when's the last election? 016, is it?
Yep.
16. So we go back to 16, right? So after 16, you see there's maybe this was the election part, I don't know. Okay, so after the end, right? Somewhere 16 we got in ready. Okay, all the 116 we are long. You see, S&P 500. So all the while, I think 16 here, maybe the election is here, but all the while we are long. So from here, for 16 we are long all the way until very long until here.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. So uh, news, all this taken into consideration already. Yeah, yeah, have consideration. And you can scan for different markets also. So let's say example, some people looking for like KL stocks or okay, not every stock is profitable because like KL, there are some very low volume stock. It may not work. Okay, uh, we do our best to filter out the stocks, but we do have stocks that works. So example is stocks like that. Same thing for Hong Kong. You can also scan for Hong Kong stocks. And again, we can rank the stocks, tell us what are the stocks that are strong. Okay, give us a signal and things like that. Some don't have signal. So if there is a signal on that day, then there is a arrow to buy. So if there's no signal like this, that means prior to this, there was some signal. So this is the Hong Kong stock. So all these are like 200% returns and things like that. Not every stock can be traded. Yeah, need some education part. Yeah.
Bro, that means how many? So there's so many different countries we can actually, but of course, your US market is the biggest and
yeah, US is the best. US is the best. Yeah. Yeah. People like Andrew, people like I actually are part of our community. Yeah. So Doris is also part of our community. I remember them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's so many of the active people
Yeah.
in Team Resh,
Yeah.
part of SMB community as well. There's
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric Chi,
Yeah.
so many of them, man. Absolutely. Right. See, a lot of guys are actually telling Drake is saying I love SMT as well. That's great, lah, man. Bro,
We are
seriously,
really fans.
guys, I want to share with you something. Obviously, you see the comment section about Collin Seow and how people actually love Collin and stuff like that. It's a testament of the work that Collin has actually done for the world, the work that Collin has actually done for the community. I think it's damn powerful, right? So, anyways, guys, if you all want to go and learn from Collin, you can actually go and register on that link. Next Wednesday, he has a session. And obviously, from there, you all can actually find out how to use Trader GPS and all that stuff, which you will cover, right, Collin?
Yes. So I believe really that our life, we're not supposed to just keep working and things. Some of my graduates know I spend a lot of other time doing other things, like spending time with family, spending time with my parents, things like that. So make money, right, is one part of life, but we need to solve this make money part, right, and get it over and done with, and then focus on other area of our life, becoming a blessing to other people's life, being a good child, being a good son, a good daughter, and other things. There are much more things besides just making money. Yeah.
Very, very powerful. Anyways, Collin, what you say is so true, man. That's the reason why you want to trade. You want to have that freedom lifestyle. You want to be able to make money, but at the same time, be able to spend time with the people we really love. So, anyways, Collin, I really, really appreciate you. I think today the guys have learned a lot. Guys, how many of you all have found great value from what Collin has shared? Some great ideas, some stock. Type in value if you have. Type in V, type in value if you have. Let me see in the comment section. Type in V, type in value, 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 value. All right, that's great, fantastic, right? I hope you guys see how easy he makes life, right? If you simply just follow the system, follow Collin system and all. Anyways, if you want to know a little bit more about Trader GPS, all that, the link again is down below, right? I think tinyurl.com. I think the guys are posting in the comment section right now. So if you want to click on the link, join the link, you all can actually learn about it next Wednesday. Register for the session, one, and then Collin will tell you a little bit more about it. All right, sounds good.
Hey, thanks so much, Resh. Thanks and your team for doing this.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Wow, hey, Collin, I really love what the guys are saying.
Next week, I'm going to your place, right?
For sure. Anytime. Tomorrow also can.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, guys, I hope you guys found it useful. You want to register, you can go register on that link. Okay. And I will see you all very, very soon. Have a great time trading, my friends.
Yes. Oh, go for Cody, man. I saw your Cody photo. I'm scared.
With Ivan. Bro, we do Ivan together.
With Ivan, right? Wow.
Okay, bro.
Okay, thanks. All right, thanks, you guys.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Bye. Thanks.